So, so for the new guys, like on these calls, people they're gonna be jumping in. You can see my screen, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So guys are gonna be jumping in the call, and normally on the group call, this is kind of like for everybody. I kind of go over the basics of just where to find everything, and then I also go over you know our upcoming week, our upcoming month. And then on this call, I try to actually on every call I try to give something new as far as the amount of information to focus on. What I've seen like people kind of if they made mistakes or you know consensus to kind of fix one of the problems. And so one of the problems is pretty much trade management. I wanted to share my schedule with everyone. So let me see. So getting right to it. I mean, even before we go into the market and where we see it going, my trading schedule is right here, and this is what I share with the masterminds. So this is kind of like the mastermind material, but everyone should be.
Pacific time?
Yeah, this is all Pacific time. So this is just my trading schedule, and then I'm going to talk about that. This is, so I don't post this in the regular group, but let's see. Get rid of all this stuff. You guys see, I get a lot of messages. All right, let's see. So on this schedule here, I mean, basically on a trading schedule. So like everyone knows, like this is a 24-hour market, and you can trade 24 hours without a day off if that's what you choose to do. For me, like you can't sustain trading like in this market every day the same way. You're gonna have some days that just historically just better for you to trade based on your own schedule. So when I put my schedule up here, this is a trading schedule that works for me normally. So like 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. I mean, that's why I'm able to make these calls at 7 a.m. because I think I'm at my it's a good time for me to trade. 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. I kind of shut my calendar up unless I have like calls. But then 11 p.m. to 2 to 3 a.m. is another time it works for me. But also historically on my trade journal, these are times that I'm most profitable. So, for everyone out there that's trading, you need to keep a trade journal so you can actually see, because some days may not work for you just based on your regular life. And for me, basically the trading goes, it's like hand in hand with my life, and I basically build my life. I live it, and then I actually use the time I have available to actually trade when it's easier for me to trade. So 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. is easier because normally I'm, everyone's asleep.
Yes.
Hey, if you join, can you mute your button if you have music in the background or noise? All right, and then 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. is just another time. Like, so I'll set my alarm and I'll wake up at 9 or 10 o'clock, or I'll take a nap between 7 and 9 o'clock or something like that, a couple hours. And that's just, I'm just used to that schedule. But it works for me because, for one, the market moves. When I used to trade futures, the market is 24 hours as well. But you have a lot of opportunity with all the global markets kind of converge around 3 to 4 a.m. So like 2 a.m. to like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. in my time, which is Pacific Standard. This is when almost all the markets are open or they converge. Europe, Asia, um, um, United States. That's our pre-market. So at that time, you have a lot of volume, and that's why you guys will see a lot of funds coming in, either around midnight, around 1, 2 a.m. So the market this morning had some of the masterminds. I think Anthony he asked me about QRL, and this is something we had a call on last week, just saying that it was hitting lows, and so you can tell like in the middle of the night, it touched all the way to 85, 90 cent. So I don't know, Anthony, if you sold in time, because I know it went up and came back down. Hey, Anthony.
I did. Yeah, I did sell. I put a
I put a sell order in, and so it did click. And so, yeah, that turned out to be about 20+% profit.
Right. So that's awesome. So, I mean, if you would have probably been up earlier, you probably could have got a lot more, right?
Exactly. Boy,
So, so yeah, it touched almost 90. So you would have actually had about 40%.
that'll teach me.
Well, I mean, I mean, you can't know. So I mean, like you still got 20%. But I mean, these call like having a schedule like so being up, and I have alerts set. So like on a lot of my trades, I'll set alerts. And you can set alerts in Trading View, and it'll alert every time it crosses. So every time it crosses 453 for me, I have an alert set. So this right here is like an alert, and I think I cleared it out. But so like on certain coins, you know, anytime that Ethereum hit 450 or under or 453, I would have alert, and then you see it kind of crosses over the red line. So that's kind of what I wanted to go over on as far as the trading schedule. So if you keep a journal, you'll be able to tell what days you're most successful. Wednesdays, I'm normally not trading well. So it's not even in my schedule to trade, but I mean, I'll call out plays. But historically, Wednesday has always been like a slow volume day or a low day. So the best days to trade, Sunday, Monday, early morning, um, like early morning, like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., um, or 6 a.m., 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then Thursday and Friday is a good day to sell. So I have my best times to buy a trade Sunday and Monday morning. Best times to sell Thursday and Friday around 12 to 2. And everyone should be keeping that trade journal. And that trade journal is actually, it could be part of the ultimate cheat code. So I think everybody has a copy of that. So I'm actually just gonna pull it up just to make sure everyone sees it. And then so in our group, you know, I get a lot of the same questions, so I just want to go over that real fast for maybe new people or people that haven't seen it. We have a file section that's in the group. So a lot of you guys don't look at the actual desktop, and for me, I trade mostly on the desktop. So if I'm not around the desktop, I don't really trade unless unless you sell. A lot of you guys had a Binance app, and you can sell using the Binance app, but um, I want to have a full view of the screen I'm looking at. So if you come here in the files, there's a bunch of files, and then I also upload the strategy calendar every month. So July strategy calendar. This is a calendar, and this is really compared to this is stocks. So stocks and crypto is different, but institutional money is similar. So I mean the movement of money kind of moves in a similar fashion. And hold on, let me walk around. Lights just went off. It's a sensor in here. All right. So the uh, the market. So normally on a Monday, if a Monday is bad, I want this is more notes. So if a Monday is a low or bad, normally a Friday is going to be bad. So if Monday is bad, the chances of Friday being bad is pretty high, over 50%, bar being slow. And then normally, if that happens, you have a little rally on Wednesday and Thursday in the meat of the week. So day trading, Monday if it is normally down, you're gonna day trade that week. Meaning that you're not leaving things in overnight. You may just trade it for the day. Now, if Monday is good, you're normally gonna have a good Thursday. So you know, keep that in mind. If your Monday is good, you normally have a good Thursday. If Friday is down, you're normally gonna get a pop on a Sunday. And so, this is the July calendar, and pretty much July calendar we had this time pretty good. Um, August, you see mid-August is going to be stronger than beginning of August. So we have money coming in this entire week, and that's what we should plan on. The ETF news was supposed to be around the I think 16th, and it always happens like this. Like it's always some kind of news that kind of supports the same thing in this calendar as far as institutional money coming in and out. So the first week is normally down. The 31st of July is normally a down day. The 30th is normally good. So these are just statistics without even looking at the you know history. It gives you an edge. Having you have a bias, and it doesn't mean it's gonna stick like this, but we have over a 50% chance of like being profitable this week. It's over 50%. It's almost like 70. So if you had to wait to buy and only did a couple of trades this month, you would buy around, maybe this Sunday or this Friday, and then you would hold for a week. And I expect dumping this first week of this midweek, sometime around the 4th to the 9th. It should be low. So if you have positions, where we try to trade with three buckets. The three buckets of money is 50% into your day trading account, 25% swing trading, and 25% loans. Loans you don't even need to look at, for months at a time. Um, swing trades, you get out of those as soon as they go up. You can hold them for 21 days, but you want to always have enough money to day trade or to actually pick up something that's actually moving, because we're gonna have these momentum trades. And this you can make 40-50% of your money just in a couple of the trades. So that's what everyone needs to understand, is like you don't have to trade every day, even though we day trading. You find the schedule that works for you at the times that this opportune, and then you plan your trades around the times that we have on the calendar. And so these I'll be putting on the calendar this week. I haven't put them up there yet, but this calendar is I update for the new guys. Like I'll update the days that are most bullish, and times take profits. So I'll keep that there. Now this week was totally wrong, because we had money coming in on Sunday, and it kept coming from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So when you see that, all you do is put stops in and let it ride. Because when the market is going up, you don't want to take profits too early, but you do want to use a stop, so you'll lock in your profits. So Anthony was a good example of he catching a move and it goes up 20% when he wakes up, but if the history that night it went up 40%, and you just missed that. And so a stop is always good, or setting it pre-advance, in advance, sell limits. So, because I did think I did that on a play last week, where basically I put a sell limit as soon as I bought it, but it was a lot higher. And so when someone used a market order, it actually triggered. So this right here is market orders. Somebody put a market order in and it went up this high and got it. So, when a person just goes in and buys and they're trying to buy like maybe 5 or 10 grand or 20 grand, and they put a market order in, it'll jump all the way up here, and it'll keep looking for orders that people are trying to sell. And that's why you get these long wicks. So, in the post this week, I put in the group, I said, hey, nobody use market orders. You shouldn't be using market orders. If you're going to put an order in, always put a limit order in. Know the exact price you're buying. Because a market order, you won't know the price you're buying at. It'll take the next one that's being sold, and it could be a lot higher. You may be buying more than what the market has, the buyers that are available. So is everyone good on that? Kind of understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah. So for so even if you search Google BTC, because folks, they'll see it going up so fast, and then they'll BTC converter, BTC converter. They'll see it going up so fast, and they'll just put the market order in just because they want to get in, and they don't want to get out. But you can come here and you can actually put like how much you're willing to buy. So if something was $2, you know exactly the price that you bought at. You'll copy that, and then you'll put that in your order. So this way, you know that, hey, I'm buying a certain amount at 234. So everyone, you know, when I trade, I use this converter because I don't want to just hit a number and have these zeros. If it messes up, now you just paid $23, right? So, you know, you're gonna copy that, and I want to make sure that it says, hey, I want to pay 234 or 231. That's exactly what I'm gonna pay, and you put that limit order in. All right. So
Is there, sorry, Jamar, is there any way that you could do like a walkthrough video on that one day, just to make it easy for us new guys?
this is the walkthrough video.
No, I mean,
This is
no,
good.
right, exactly. You're doing it right, exactly. In the converter, it's just like I apologize, and I don't know if you're gonna post this video back up for us to watch again,
Yeah,
but
this one's being recorded.
okay, awesome. I'll be
Uh,
quiet.
no. Go ahead. I mean, no, you can talk. I mean, it's all good. I mean, I can show you right now. It's no use in me creating another video. This is what these calls are for. So
Right, exactly. So the only thing, I guess, when I was trying to get back in the market, when I saw it go up, I guess that's where I struggled, was figuring out the equation to put in those fields. And everything else that you've walked me through has been great. I mean, it's been easy, but I think that's just the only thing is you don't want to make the mistake of putting in the wrong figure, because in my sense, being a new guy, I'm looking at, the limit, and I'm going, okay, what point, and I figured out a little bit more steps, but you figure out where you want to sell at, and then you have to convert it. But see, I forgot, and I remember you brought this up one time, that converter, is that what you use? And and I appreciate the video right now, but I
okay,
guess just it's the fear factor of you don't want it to go into oblivion, is what I'm
right,
getting at. You just don't want to make that mistake, and it's the
right,
fear factor of mostly of anything. It's just that first initial step.
right. So one thing I can give you the play, but I can't give you the confidence. And the confidence just don't come with this experience. You know, it's gonna come with just doing, smaller amounts. So let me go into this finance account. I mean, I said I would never do this again, but I'm doing it. Come here doing online demos. I don't want to be targeted by your hackers, but I don't think nobody on this call is a hacker. So, all right. So when you go to the when you go to any coin on the exchange, just to give you guys real quick, these here are the orders. This is the order book. All these in red are the sellers. The green down here, these are the buyers. So you can see the buy orders coming in, and you see the buy orders are, this is buy orders coming in at this price. So if I click this right here, this buy order, and I'm in this field, it's going to actually populate that field right here. So I use when I'm in, I try to use USDT pairs as much as possible. So this is BTC USDT. That means it gives it to you in dollar. When I'm on TradingView, another reason I use TradingView is because a lot of these you can see in dollars. So I know right away it's 60 cents. So, when you look at a coin, just say it shows you the different. So right here, this is Bitcoin. So it's gonna give you a number in Bitcoin. In Tether, this gonna give you money in dollars. So I normally look at the Tether one, so I can see in dollars real quick what it is, 704, right? And it tells me the exchange that it's been sold on. So here it tells you the, Bittrex, Tether. This and they calculate it for you on Bittrex, and then Binance. So if you're trading on Binance, you would use the Binance one. And so then I go here, search for Binance. It's telling me that it's 703. So I think Binance put that new, where basically it tells you what it is. Also, what I use is a converter. It's called Bitcoin Auto Converter. It's a Google plugin. So anything that, so you guys can write that down. Anything that you see on your screen that's in dollars, or in Bitcoin, it'll convert to dollars or it'll convert to Bitcoin. So it's telling me my currency right here, and then it'll update whatever is on my screen to show me the price in dollars. So you got that. So this is something you can use in Chrome on any site, and it'll basically convert what you have on your screen, and you can pick it. So you right click something. You can say, I can get it in Bitcoin, I can get it in Litecoin, I can get them in Ethereum. It'll make the conversion for me. All right.
Awesome.
All right. So, when I look at OMG and it's at 703, that's why I use TradingView because it tells me right now 703, 702. So if I wanted to buy OMG right now, I can come here to this order book and it'll say, all right, I got a buyer. He wants to buy it, 0.0939. If I double click that, it automatically updates this field. And then if I wanted to be sure, I can put it in here and it tells me that's $7 converted in Bitcoin. So the next order I have here is really, this here is $7. It's telling me 702. I did the converter. It's $7. So then in your trade journal, when you're tracking how much you're buying things for, you can actually put your entry $7. So this way you know exactly how much you paying for your coins. Because people ask me, well, I bought it in BTC, but at the time, BTC was $7. So this is one way I track, how much what I'm buying and time in, the date, and you can do that. You can just track them in here. And then when you exit, how much you profit, put your notes. And then if you do this for a week or 2 weeks, you'll see certain days that you'll always be in a profit, and you'll see certain days you're losing more, or you have a bigger percentage. And so then this way, you kind of perform that, create that schedule for yourself. That, man, if you know that you trade better on certain days, then you would actually go heavier on certain days. And then it just over time you'll get that. But I mean, initially it's gonna be work, to put these in. But you gotta keep a trade journal because everybody's gonna be different. Like my schedule, I'm able to wake up at 11 p.m. and trade. I'm able to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Like it's normal for me. It may not be normal for someone else. Someone else may be used to sleeping in at 10 o'clock. So, what I'm saying? That like the schedule is really going to be customized. It's like you can try to follow me, but it's going to be harder. I know I had Sean, one of the guys in our mastermind. He wanted to trade when I trade. So, one night the market was moving and I called him at 1:30 and he didn't wake up. The market was moving. He was like, hey, man, I could have made 20, 30%, but it's like, it's based on my schedule. I know Anthony is an early riser. He gets up early. So, he was able to send me a message at 6 o'clock in the morning, but I'm up at that time. So, that's something just to keep for yourself. Just to know in the back of your head that, it's going, your schedule is going to be different. Sandeep, Sunny is in England, right? You're in England, right? So it's 3 o'clock your time. So my 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. really would be 3 p.m. for you.
That's perfect for me.
Right. So, yes. And I had someone else in Saudi Arabia. So, we kind of, you got to keep that trade journal just for yourself. All right.
Do I just ask, about the entry you put in $7? Would I have to do like a Bitcoin into pounds conversion?
Right. So you go here and you can change this right here and you can change it to different mark. So it's dollars. And for you, it'll be, what is that?
Great British pounds.
Yeah, Great Britain.
Oh, yeah, it's weird.
Hold on.
Oh, pound sterling, yeah, that'll be it.
Pound sterling, right? Right. So now you'll have a different conversion here for you.
Okay.
And you can use that, and you can use the dollars. I mean, it's what you're comfortable with. And so for me, even though I'm fully crypto, I don't calculate I don't calculate the Bitcoin as fast, right? I know what dollars are, but if I went to Bitcoin, and I'm seeing these numbers right here, I don't calculate that as fast,
Mm-hmm.
and so and it's hard for me to copy these numbers. So I use dollars a lot. All right. So the next thing, so basically, using this strategy right here, I know that the times that I'm gonna get in. So on this Monday, like I said, normally if a Monday is down, a Wednesday and Thursday it'll be up, and this Friday it'll be down. If a Wednesday is up, I'm looking at this last day is gonna be down. So there's a couple of you know there's a flow to the market, and so just knowing kind of what those are, and that's why I'm tipping you guys off and kind of keep it. But we always have to adjust. So even in here, if I was buying one coin, say I was buying OMG, and I already had OMG. It's one of my coins. It's one of my longs. If I was going to buy more to try to get out of a position, or even just average down on a position, you can go to historical data, do a custom range, and I'm going to say, you know what, for August, I'm going to try to get out of OMG. I've been in it. I didn't take profits. So I'm finally going to try to get out of OMG. And I'm going to plan it for next month because I'm going to give myself some time so I can actually track it and see what's going on. So here's just another tip. So I already have a little bias in August. I already know the strongest part of August because Jamar put it on the calendar saying, hey, midweek is stronger than any other time. So OMG, the historical data using CoinMarketCap, I can come here and I'll say, hey, I'm just gonna look for the high. When is the high in OMG? So I have, from August 1st to August 28th. Last year, August 1st, OMG was $1.37. just for historical purposes, right? OMG last year at this time was $1.37. That was a high. So it's still up 8 times, right? And it's low. It got up to $20. So if I look here, I'm looking for the highest date. All right, 781, August 11th. Oh damn, August 16th, August 17th, August 18th. So 16, 17, 18 is the highest days, right? So if I'm looking to get out of this and since I already own it, I'm gonna look for the lowest date. The lowest time was the first. We expect the first to be a down day, right? So if that's the lowest day in a month, and you're looking at a historical calendar, and you know the high, if I wanted to get out, I would buy more OMG around this time, the lowest time of the, when it's low. And then I know, hey, sometime this month, in the middle of the month, I'll get out, or I'll be able to average down. So if I had maybe $1,000 in OMG, and I'm down 40%, I will buy another 1,000 around this time, right? And that it just gives me an opportunity to average out. So when people ask me, hey man, I'm down on a lot of positions, your goal should be, hey, I'm looking to get out of this position in. Not selling it for a loss, but you can average into it, depending on the news too. So that's why I always keep Crypto Hopper up. Because now I'm gonna say, hey, you know what? Let me see if I have any news on OMG. So I want to see what kind of news coming up. They have an upcoming e-wallet. How many have real working products? Prices down. So I'm looking for any news in August for OMG. If that was the case, I want to get out of that coin, and I'm looking for I'm already down on that coin. I'm looking to try to get out of it. For one, I'm gonna buy it, anticipating and selling it during the high time, and then I'm gonna come here and look at events, and I can do it for the rest of the year. I can say, hey, just give me all events for OMG. This is still going, all right? 7. All right. So that's nothing found on OMG. That's rare. All right. So yeah, this is rare. Normally something always comes up. So don't be scared to use search. You know, everybody has a tool. So I'm looking at CryptoCow too. This is another site. Yeah. So that's not a good sign. When OMG has no events coming up, that would make me want to get out. And you know, the reason I picked OMG is because I was looking to sell it this month as well. So I wanted to, you know, look for days. They got past events and they have no upcoming events. So that's even concerning. That's another reason to get out of OMG. It's like you have nothing on your calendar for the entire, you know, the rest of the year. So when you see things like that, that's why it's been downtrending. So I don't know if you guys have OMG. I've been day trading it sometime, but I actually have it as a loan. So I was looking to get out of it in August, just because, uh, you know, I bought it last year when it was $1. So, you know, I'm up, but I've lost profits by not selling it because it was one of my loans. And so, you know, some of your loans you can keep, and I'm already up. So even if I sold half, I can keep it and never have to sell it again. But considering that I got hacked and I'm making up for lost ground,
Sorry.
I'm selling things and buying them again. So that's you know, that's another thing to keep in mind. So we went over the trade schedule. We went over the best times to sell Thursday and Friday. And so if you did that for coins that you're in, look at last year, look at the history, look at the high days. You know, normally history is pretty close to repeating itself. And at least you have a bias. Now we know that in this middle of August, the entire market is up. So, you know, we can kind of keep that in the back of our mind for August. So there's going to be certain times you're going to deploy more money than the rest, just on a historical basis. And something happened in August where you go from $1 to $8. You know, so for them to have nothing on their calendar, it's kind of like something that doesn't seem right. You know, if we looked at Neo is kind of the same thing. And why we're gonna look at Neo is because these are China, you know, China coins pretty much. So let's just do that for an exercise. These are for training purposes only. So I'm just curious now. Oh no. So far, everybody on the call got something new from this call?
Yeah.
All right. So if we look at Neo as well, you know, it went from $7 to $40, 45, right? So August last year was a good month. So you guys are just joining in this month. You know, August is historically, it was a great month last year. And all the guys that are trading, they pretty much know the same thing. So buying things low, the first week of August is going to be down. And if we can pick up things in that first week of August, they had historic, you know, these have been like super runs. You know, if we knew last year that it was gonna go from $7 to 45, or it was gonna go from $1 to $8, you know, that would have been a good month. So, you know, now we have a little bit of bias. You know, you don't go super in because things can change, and it's not you know, it's not a repeat the gold rush, but it may double. You know, we do have money coming, a lot more money coming in through the middle of August. And we had the news with the Bitcoin ETF. So that date, hey, who mute some people. All right, I muted the right one. All right, so on this date, we can look at the it kind of threw me off. We can look at the history and say we can find things on support around this first week, and that's going to be swing trade week. So even if we swing trade from 1 week to the next, and this is even a big jump, from August 1st to August 4th. So, that means that Friday, this Friday. So if we're going to buy on a Wednesday, probably can sell on that Friday. And that's probably going to be one of the, events on the calendar. Already August 1st, buy, August 3rd, sell. That's a one, and we done that swing before this month. We done that swing. I think we did that swing, the same swing, on 11th, and we sold on Friday, and I think it turned 10-20% for everyone. So on our calendar, so this is why when I do these demos and it shows my address and everything, that's how you get hacked. All right. So on the 11th, I was like, hey, buy something and then sell it on the 13th. So we do, that is a normal play, a Wednesday buy when it's low and a sell on Friday. So, we'll have a couple of those in August. Okay. All right. So, yeah, from now, I mean, I think, yeah, OMG, it doesn't look good for it. And then, crypto panic, I'll read these and I'll basically make notes, and that's what I kind of give you guys on the, monthly calendar. So a lot of times, if I'm not trading, I'm basically looking for the next easy play, because it's hard to call plays where everyone can go in. So that's why I don't really, day trading live is different, because I'll post a play and people will come in and be like, hey, well, is it still good? And it's like 8 hours later. It's not still good 8 hours later. Most of the plays you're making money in a couple of hours if you're day trading. If you're swing trading, it's a difference. You can buy them for a little bit longer. So let's look at OMG. So you guys seeing this in real time. OMG is making a move, and so we know it's at 702. That's why I like to go to Tether so you can see what it is. It just jumped up 30 cent, 40 cent right now, and then here's the resistance lines already there. And this is why I trade Sunday mornings. All right. So we just watched this go up right now, and it's like, all right, 702 would have been the trigger. Did we do that? Because it seems like we do that every time. Every time on a call, when we have a call and we look at a coin, it goes up. All right. So this is how we miss calls too, right? I mean, this is a play that we were just watching, and then did somebody buy here on the market order in our group? and just put a big order in, because that's a big volume right there. All right. So if I wanted to check the volume real quick, a lot of times what I'll do is I'm gonna show you another tip. Telegram. Let me turn the light back on.
I have a question when you're done, Jamar. This is
Oh
Omar.
yeah. Hey, what's up, Omar? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I just wanted to know your sentiments or your thoughts on those accumulating plays, Poe, Fun, and Ethos.
All right. So Ethos, I would be planning to buy more. Fun. The problem with Fun is they missed a date, and that date, when they missed a date, it gives people less. It gives people less confidence that they're doing things right. So if you just look at the news, everyone has positive sentiment But when I said Dash, when I put it in a group like this week that Dash fired a bunch of developers and they didn't want to miss any more dates. That's the only thing that you have in the crypto world that's really that kind of shows you what the development team is about. So when they miss a date, it for guys that are in the business of day trading, it's like they lose confidence and they sell. And so fun has actually been the last 2 weeks been actually getting the juice back a little bit. And I had one of our guys buy more fun, Lord, because he wants to get out. So it's the same thing with the fun is we'll buy more, just average down, so we can get out of it, and you may break even on it. So like my sentiment is, basically I don't have any more faith because they missed dates and it's still positive. So really it's selling the pop, it's selling the gap. So if you can average down a little bit and sell it when it runs up, or August 18th, we have dates. I'm not going to hold fund, even though I think it's going to be good maybe next year, but I'll buy it when it's good because right now it didn't do what it was supposed to do. So on the long term in the swing, that's kind of my sentiment on fund. On Ethos has been doing what it's doing, and then people have sold because the news came out when it was a good, it was a down market for a while. So I think people just overreacted and sold Ethos. So Ethos is actually still good because it's hit its dates and it's still going up. So on Ethos, if you down or you bought higher, I would just buy more. Right. So some you buy more to hold because you want to have a bigger position and you're gonna average out of it. And then others like fun when they miss certain dates and you know they had gaming commission, they had good news, right? It was like, oh, the gaming commission is allowing it to go. They're putting online gaming in, and then they still miss some critical dates. And it's like, I think they missed his opportunity, but they're gonna have another one, in a year. I don't want to tie it up for that long. You don't want to tie up your funds. You want to have them funds available. Because if we know that we have a huge run up in August, we're gonna have a couple more run ups. So for everyone out there, you don't want to tie up too much of your money. That's why I say keep a lot in day trading. Keep some for day trading or catching these runs. So this way you can make money and then go back into cash. And then you don't have to trade every coin out there. You can take a main 6 coins and you can make all your money off of 6 coins. I know, I watched a couple of guys. I know like Anthony, he likes Litecoin. So like, hey, make Litecoin one of your main coins. So at least you know the flow of, the coins you like. And this way you have a good 5 or 6 coins that you do. For me, I like Dash, I like Zcash, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash. I mean, those are ones that I would trade, and I know that other people can follow because I can actually kind of time those flow and I know what's going on. OMG was one of my loans. Ethos is one of my loans, and I like those coins. But now, things are changing. If OMG doesn't have any news for the rest of the year, that's really, and other people are like, why would they buy it? There's no incentive for them to buy it now because there's nothing they look forward to. We don't know, even though it'll pop up and people. There's a big fan club that loves it, but you can always get it back. There's gonna be another coin that's gonna go up from $1 to $8. So I want to get that coin. Whichever that one that is, right? I want to be able to get that coin. So that calendar is important to look at the calendar. Z Classic is back down to where support was. When it's down here, this is where we kind of got the last run and ran from $7 to like $10. So, Z Classic is another one that I'll be looking to day trade during those pop-ups in the middle of August because it's already down at support and it should at least, I want to see at least hit 16. So that's almost a double. So this is a higher probability of it going up to at least touching this than sticking in a coin that's like OMG that has no events coming up and it's just light. So, and always remember which ones that ran, because they come back down. So you have one like Rep, it's down to 30, 31. You know, a couple of months ago, it touched 70. Up here, it touched 130. So it has upside. You know, from 20. If it gets down to 20, you know, it has more upside than downside. You know, it had to go down to 10 for me to lose 50%. But for me to gain, you know, 100% profit, it only has to go to 60. So that's a, you know, that's a higher probability play. So in the chat, hey, what's up, Wanda? So, you know, for that, I mean, that's what we're looking at. And so these are the plays that I think in the next, you know, 3 or 4 months, you know, so like in this last hour, you know, everything I'm touching, right, kind of just, you know, we sitting on this call, you know, in this last hour, it jumped up, right? So yeah, right around the price, you know, 21, 25. That's kind of where we want this. And then you see it jump up $5. Sonny, it's not magic. Sonny, this is his first call. All right.
Yeah.
So I mean, these are the things that we're looking for. You know, in the next month, I think everyone here should make, you know, minimum 10, 20% off, you know, in a month. That's kind of what our goal should be. 10, 20%, whatever your account is. If we just do the plays at the right time. So the coin market cap, you know, for the guys, you know, I'll call this and I track this number a lot. So 284, 282, like just billion. You know, when I see it move 2 billion, those are day traders. When you see the market moves 5 to 6 or 5 to 8 billion, those are institutional money, and that's one. You know, when you see a move, you know, 5 billion, 8 billion, that's institutional money, and that means the trend is up. People are buying. You know, and one thing that I mentioned this week was, you know, we've seen a lot of for Bitcoin, you'll see a lot of private buys. The buyers are coming outside the market and then they're selling it on exchange. And now it's just to keep the price down. But it doesn't mean that people are not buying because the volume is still up. So yeah, for there, we got 10 minutes. So any open questions, we're good. If we want to go over stuff, you can guys go off mute. Because really, that this call is really about the trading schedule, trading time. You know, and I posted something about knowing when to trade and how to trade. You know, knowing how to trade is knowing when you see an up market. When you see 3 candles, you know, as to buy. But you also have to know the time. You know, you have to know what time it is in the month. So we know that nobody should be buying. You know, if you're gonna buy on the last week of in August or in July, you're gonna buy on July 31st when it's a down day, and you're gonna buy on August 1st when it's a down day. And you know, you're gonna buy when it's could possibly be the lowest time possible. So that's knowing when to trade. You don't even have to know how to trade. It's like knowing that these days are gonna be down. That is when we want to buy. You know, and we want to buy on planned down days. So when everyone else is panicking and we know that the market is going to be down, we want to do that in advance. So this way, when the market is down, we're not panicking. Like, you know, it's a planned buy day, and that's why we plan it out. Because then you have guys ask me like, hey, should we buy today? And it's like, yeah, you know, that's a planned buy day. If it's super red, we want to buy that day. You know, so we wanted to be, but we wanted to have our money planned to buy that day. What guys end up doing is they get down and sell, and then they be like, hey, what should I buy now? It's like, man, you can't sell on a down day. You got to sell when it's up. So you got to sell when the market is up, and it can continue to go up, but you lock in your profits, right? And this way we can plan to buy on a day that's down, and when it really becomes down, you have opportunity to take advantage of it. So when, you know, Bitcoin was going down and it was at 6,200, and it was like, hey, you know, buy at 6,200. It's like, well, yeah, it could go down lower, but 6,200 was a good buy. And then it held a week and it's up 7,200, you know, 7,400. So that's $1,000 off of one, you know, $6,000 buy, which is, you know, that's good. That's a good profit. It's only 10% in Bitcoin. You could have got something else higher in another coin, but it was a safer play. So these planned down days, and when I'm going through this schedule, and I said, hey, buy, and I want you guys to have the confidence knowing that the reason I put on the calendar on a buy day because it's supposed to be a down day, and that's when you want to buy a coin. If you don't do a swing. So if I say buy on a Wednesday, you should already know that, hey, we're gonna be selling on Friday, or you sell right when it gets up. You don't have to wait till Friday to sell. You can take 5 or 10% anytime, because anything over 1% as a trade is a good trade. If you can make 5 to 10% every trade, man, you're doing better than every hedge fund out there. So that's what's important to realize. They can't move like we can as individuals. It takes them a long time to move money in and out the market, 2 and 3 days. That's why the market goes up for 2 or 3 days and it goes down for 2 or 3 days. It takes them that long to sell positions. But we have an advantage that we have little money, right? You have little 10,000, 5,000. You can sell, the same day, buy and sell. Hey,
Question.
Tabitha. Hey, don't pass out over there, Tabitha. We can see you.
I got a question, Jamar.
All
Another
right.
one.
What's up, Omar?
Yeah. Okay. So let's say you make a call in the group or something like that, and
Right.
maybe a person like me is like 20 minutes late, 30 minutes late, and I go and I look at Trading View, and the candle is like way up. I see, maybe on the 1 hour or 30 minutes or whatever, and I'm like, oh my gosh, am I too late? I don't want to buy at the top and it's gonna go down. Like, can you just give some ideas or
Right.
feelings about that? I
Right.
know we got to look at the charts and kind of like make proper decisions, but sometimes we're trying to rush in to get in on that call, and
Right.
it's like, oh my gosh, it's at the top. I bought
Right.
in, boom, it starts going down. So
Okay. So there's certain calendars like let's look at one. So just QRL, because we caught this last call we had. Now if we look at it on the 3 week, always look at it on the 3 days and the 1 week. So if we see it on a 3-day swing and you got 3 candles here, this is uptrending, right? So if you get it right here and say you got it at 63, 64, and then it goes down, you have to look at this bottom of the 7-day M&A and say, if I enter at 60, it can go all the way down to 48. And if that's the case, you can be like, well, hey, that's too big of a variance. You know what I'm saying? That's too big. That's like 30, 40, 30%. I don't want to get in there. And then, we call it all different times. So, I tried to stop calling as many calls. It's because people was like, they're trying to buy them all. And it's like, they were getting them late, right? So that's why in the group now, I don't call that many calls because, I want guys to be able to strategically place their buy times. And that's why I was having this call about August. So this way, strategically, that even if you got into play here and there's something I didn't call, you still can get out on the 15, 16, 17. So you can make, you can go, you can use however much you want in your account, but your percentage is higher. So I don't want you guys chasing calls. Like, there's every call you might not be able to get. And so, yeah, so if you know that you're 30 minutes late or 40 minutes late, some of these trades are they're moving that fast. So you can just, not jump into it because it's going to be another call. And then, I do call things at night because I know that other guys on different time frames. So, we got multiple people that's not in United States. And then we have them different time periods. We got guys in South America. We got a guy in Saudi Arabia. Now we have Sunny is in Europe. So, my schedule, it allows for everybody to get a couple of trades a day, and then on a good market, it's like anything, you just need to know when to sell it. So if I'm looking at, Ethereum, and I should say get into Ethereum and it's like 465, that, hey, as long as I hold it and I'm above 460, or come down here, it still should be good. So you really is when you're going to stop out. That's the first thing you should ask yourself. If you gonna hop in a play that I call, it's like what is your price that you're gonna get out of the play if it goes back down? That's a question, right? That's what you should ask. Not like if I'm late, what price would I have to get out, and how long I'm gonna hold this. So you know what you're gonna lose if you stay in. So if I bought Ethereum right now, I would be buying more at 453. So if I buy at 464, I already have a plan to buy more at 453, and then I'll probably buy more at 430. But I'm holding it. I wouldn't get in. I wouldn't get in Ethereum knowing that I'm gonna sell. I would be holding it down here, and then it's like, all right, that's the loss I'm gonna take. If it drops under 420, then I'm probably out. So, for everybody out there, it's like, that's the question you should ask yourself. If you're looking at a play, it's like, how much am I willing to lose if I get in right now? So if I jumped in QRL, which I wouldn't have anyone jump in, it's like, if you're already in, some guys got in at 40, 50 cent, but it goes up here. It's like, all right, well, if I get in at 63, it can go back down to 51. That's I don't know, 10%. So am I willing to lose 10% on it? Or I would only do it for, an hour. I would only be in it for right now and say, hey, if it drops past 58, I'm out. Because I'm looking at support right here on the 1 hour. So getting in at 61 right here is actually good, because then I'm saying I'm only staying in at 58. This is a day trade. So that's how I'm looking at it on the time frames. QRL right here is a buy. If it drops under 58, it's a sell. So now I'm risking like 3 to 5%. So are we good on that? Like did I answer your question, Omar?
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna look back again, but I just need those reminders, because sometimes with the emotions on a day, I might be just rushing. So and I've made mistakes, and I've made good calls. So
Right. Yeah. So I mean, and that's the experience. The factor is like, I got to get you guys to get a journal, because the days you're rushing, you probably always gonna rush that same day, and you just haven't found that trend. You haven't tracked it. I know for a fact on Wednesdays, either I have meetings or a Taco Tuesday was just too much for me. And Wednesdays, I'm not a good trader. All right. So, I mean, and I still can make trades on Wednesdays, but it'll be a day trade. It'll be something in the middle of the day. So I never, and then I have in the back of my mind that I don't trade as well. So then it's kind of like a self-defeating prophecy already. So Wednesday afternoons, I'm almost 80%. If I wait till Wednesday 2 or 3 o'clock to trade, I'm almost my profitability is like 80%. So if I get in the trade on a Wednesday evening or afternoon, it's normally good. The morning is 50-50. So hey, we got about 7. We got a lot of people on the line. Anybody else has anything in the chat or
I got a question. Can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Yes. What do you think about the SEC meeting next month about Bitcoin ETF?
I posted in the group. So really we have a run up no matter what in the same time. So really, I think that's just news. It's kind of fun to push the market up. But even if we had an ETF and they had it approved, it wouldn't be available to the market to 2019. So
Okay.
it's really just news. It's really you sell the news. Because even if and I think they pushed it back. They pushed that meeting back. But even if they didn't, it wouldn't be available. We wouldn't be doing anything to 2019. So yeah, it's good. It's good for the market. It's good for Bitcoin running up. But do I see it running up just because of that? I see money coming in no matter what.
So if they ban it, then
Well, they're not gonna ban it. They're just not gonna approve it, right? Because I mean, it's a Bitcoin ETF, so it's not really gonna ban it. They can say, hey, we're gonna push it out. We still need more information, but they're not gonna, it's not gonna have no negative effect if they really don't come out. September is normally a down month. So August it ran last year in the same time. So historically, money has come in, and it may push all the way up, and it just gives them an opportunity to take profits, right?
all right.
It says on that Friday it's down 7 days, 7 out of the last 8. The stock market, and the news is supposed to come on the 16th. So for all of us, It's a time that's why I posted in the group like, hey, don't be scared to take profits. If it continues to go, we can get back in, but like lock your profits up because I think it's a sell the news event. Because even if it says, hey, you know what, Bitcoin ETF in effect, it could shoot back, it can shoot up, but have a stop in place because if it shoots
Gotcha.
down, we can pick it back up, and it'll be back up, and you'll pick it up on the 20th, and then you'll be selling it on the 22nd.
Gotcha.
Right. So that's a plan for next month. It's still, we know that they most likely they're gonna say we're not ready, we don't have enough information, or we want to push it back again. Because I mean, you got to think about when they had Zuckerberg and they're talking about the internet and Facebook. Man, them congressmen wasn't as brightest people. They was asking them about privacy and they just how the internet worked. So this is a cryptocurrency, and if you ask general people about cryptocurrency, they still think people are buying porn stuff off with Bitcoin. They think
Mhm.
terrorists. So I mean, our congressman is not that SEC. They're all about money, and this is impacting their traditional uh information. They got to learn something now.
Okay, gotcha. Answer my question.
All right, cool. All right, we got anything else? Hey, what's up? What's up, Anthony? We got a lot of people on the call, so that's good. All right. So, any questions? 'Cause we're gonna shut this one down if I don't have any questions coming in,
Yeah,
and then
Jamar, just a question that follows on from what Omar asked about, like, if you make a call and you have a look at TradingView 30 minutes later, like because I thought I would just be looking at the alligator, which way is are
right,
things pointing. If it looks like it's still pointing upwards, then I'd probably get in.
right,
But it looks like there's more than just that to it.
yeah. So, I mean, it's time of day. So if it's Sunday night, and I won't call anything like 5 o'clock at night. So like if it's early in the morning, then you just know that here's my stop point, or here's where I'm gonna buy more, or here's where I'm looking at it. So if you buy the alligator right now, like ADA, I'm looking at it right now. It's moving, and it's above this on a 1 day. 17 is kind of like the inflection point. You see it's been trending up from 13. I think in the mastermind we call it like 13 ADA. And if you get in it right now and it's a Sunday morning and we looking at today being bullish, this is still a buy. But you look at it on a day and it says, all right, if it goes under 16, I'm gonna get out. And then you look at it on the hour, this is all right. If I buy it right here, I gotta buy it right here, knowing that if it comes back down here, I'm gonna either buy more or I'm gonna let it ride from right here because it's still trending up. Three candles is always a buy. But I wouldn't go heavy into it because I already know that it's gonna come down. And it's either you set a buy for here or you set a buy for here. But it's still trending up. And most likely I would set a buy order right here. So even if I caught it and you see it here at 17, just set a buy order. You don't have to you can just wait for it to come back down. You want it to come back down to your price. So it's still right here. So if it comes down here and here, you're still good. Buying it right here, it's like you're not giving it any room.
And the signals that you put out, like some of them are obviously specific to day trading. Some of them might be specific to swing trading. Do you make that clear on the actual signal?
Yeah, so on swing trading, I'll put in the calendar. Swing trading, I'll put in the calendar. Day trades, I just call it on the room.
Okay.
So, and then I'll create a video, a Facebook Live, and say, I think this is good from Wednesday to Friday. But, mostly it's gonna be day trading. If I call one out real quick, or it's gonna be 2 4 hour periods. So a lot of things I try to call them for 2 to 4 hours. So I'm looking at the 30-minute and a 1 hour chart. So something like ADA right now, if I bought it here, I still think it's good for the rest of the day. It's a day trade. Day trade is you want to sell within 24 hours, or you want to sell within 4 hours to 8 hours. So that's my day trading mentality. I don't call anything I think is only gonna last for 15 minutes.
Mhm.
But if you buy up here, you gotta be willing to buy more when it comes down. That's the only thing. So sometimes I'll say go a half a position. Take a half a position now, so this way if it drops, you can actually buy more.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. And so half a position means that if you like if your normal trading is $1,000, or if it's 10,000, the first position you're gonna take is $5,000 for the first position, and another 5,000 to have a full position if it drops. And if it runs, now you just you minimize the risk and you didn't gain as much profits, but you want to risk, you want to have a backup plan if you grow. That's what I always think. Like what what is the plan if I'm wrong? There's always if then statements. If it goes down, what I'm gonna do? If it goes up, what? If then. If it goes down, what? If it goes up, what? When am I gonna take profits? So every trade you do, have an if then statement. If it goes up, do this. If it goes down, do this.
It's a good idea to write that down, I think.
Yeah. So write that down. And trading, you gotta have an if then. I have a diagram. All right. So you see this kind of calendar, this Asia world map around from 2 o'clock to like 4 a.m. Is actually, you have Europe, Asia, US, uh, you know, they're all around 2 to 4 a.m. So that's why you'll see money come in globally. So I don't know where that's at. So cool, man. I think it
This
was a
is
good
all
call.
Pacific time, right?
Huh? Yeah, Pacific or Eastern time. I'm on Pacific time. So anything I call out is normally Pacific time, but you kind of translate that for Eastern time for you guys. So I'll be updating the calendar, putting things in for August. The first week of August, you expect down. So if if we make money and profit this next week should be, positioning, and expect, it should be wild swings. So you're going to have day trading up and down this next week. So day trading this next week, August, first week of August, I will be buying positions August 1st, July 31st, and then swinging those for a week or two. And so at any point, though, if it's up, you get out. But we want to buy on the lows of August, and you want to have cash available. So, some of the things that we do in August will be day trading, and you'll be able to get out of it same day. But then the hype on the 15th, 16th, you want to sell in those that week. So we'll be buying the week before to sell for that week. And so everybody should make 10 to 20% this month, minimum. Just looking at the history of OMG, when I kind of went down and showed you guys, is like, that history, Neo last year in August went from 7 to 45. OMG went from from dollar to $9, $8. So even low expectations is 10, 20% for everybody in the group. All right. So that means if you have $1,000, you should have 1,200 at the end of the month, or sometime in that month. You should make $200. That's 20%. Right. Now it went up 8 times, 5 times last year in August. A lot of coins went up 5 times, 8 times. That's how much it went up in August last year. So just be conscious of that. So this way, if you're in a position, instead of stop and let it run. If you get up anything and you get up 100%, take half and then let the rest run. This way you can't lose. So, if any position goes up 100%, take half and let the rest run. Don't sell Don't sell that other half. Unless it goes to zero, that's the only way you're gonna lose if you get up 100%. So, for me, I mean, a couple of trades should be 10 grand if I'm trading with a 10 grand count, and that's what I'm looking at August. So you don't have to press the end of the month. You want to keep money available, and we made money in July. I think everybody should be up in July. It was an easy month. So some people just haven't traded. They just we in positions. So even the positions you're down on, you might want to just double up on those positions to get out of them, and then free up your money. But you don't want to have too many positions, with altcoins. We need to start looking at altcoins like, they're not lotto tickets. Last year was different. Last year was a gold rush. All you had to do is put money in the market. This year's year of regulation. Some of these altcoins are going away. And I mean, it's prevalent with OMG. For me to see a calendar that has no news for the rest of the year, that's not a good sign. Fourth quarter, all coins should have news, right? Like that's like your job. If you have a job, you gotta have something's being planned for the fourth quarter. When nothing is planned for the fourth quarter, then you gotta worry. You gotta have like what's going on. So that's another tip. If you look at a coin and you go to Coin Market Cal and you don't see anything on the calendar. So like I know for sure Fun. If you holding Fun had news throughout the entire year. So let me see. But they had its best news that already came. Yeah, so this is not even good enough. So Crypto Cow is actually better than one of the better calendars. I don't know why it's not searching. I was actually giving me Fun. When I search, it's not actually searching for the coin. So GBT index fund. So let me look at that coin real fast. Caught my eye. And so there's certain events that are money making events, and certain just news that aren't anything. So GBT. So when I'm looking at a new coin, like just say I'm looking at GBT for the first time, I'm looking for 3 points right here. I got 1, 2, 3. These 3 points. This is a support line. And then top, I'm looking for 3 tops. So then I'll come down to 2 weeks. And then these are support and resistance lines. So everybody should be, actually any coin that you get into, you should have these lines drawn out. So I see one here, one here, one here. That's 2 weeks. So when I do that, I'll just do it right away if I'm thinking about getting in. I want to know where I'm at. 3 lines. Oops. And then what I'll do here is I'll set alert. So when it cracks that. So if it cracked 12, I know it's going to 18. Right here, it's over this. So this would be my stop. This red 7-day M&A at 860. And if I go to the 1 day, I'm looking for it to break, 950. So here it wouldn't actually be a bad entry place, but I'm looking, my stop has to be like something like 9. It has to be something manual. And then I'll go to 2 hours. And so here I'll put my stop at 920. And I'm looking for it to kind of break over here. Because if it goes here, it goes to 950. 950 is my next resistance level. On like 10. And that's right here. And the reason I'm picking here is because here's where the wicks, they basically stop right here at the same time. So they're gonna re-challenge this right here, which is like $10. So if I'm trading this as a day trade, this is where I'm looking to get out, somewhere around here. So from 926, I'm willing to lose 6 cents, because if it drops, I'm saying 920 is my stop, 919. But if it goes up, that's 6 to 1. So I'm willing to lose 6 cents to get in. This is how I day trade. I'm willing to lose 6 cents here. If it goes down, I'll stop out at 919. But then, I'm trying to hold it to like 980. Right? And then I'll put a stop in at 980, lock it in. Now, if it keeps going, I'm good. I'll let it keep riding. And then here's another point at 1090. But that's how you move the stop up. So if I got in right here, this is actually a good trade. If you guys trading right now, to get in, and you'll know where your stop is at. I wouldn't put it there. I wouldn't put a manual stop. I'll just watch it. And I'll like, hey, if it drops under 919, I'm out. But I'll watch it, because right now it's over the 7-day M&A and it's trending up. And then I wouldn't put a stop, because I wouldn't want the market makers to know that, hey, I'll get out if it hits right here. And I use this by looking at the calendar, right? I just found this one by looking at the calendar. I seen something that was coming up in 100 days, 7 days. It had a few, and then just, took a look at it. All right. So, all right, cool. So, yeah, well, we're going to conclude this call. I think I'm going to give Ken a call after this call is up. And then, for you guys, hope we got enough information. It's like an hour. I'm trying to keep these calls to an hour so I don't lose people when they look at the recording. Because I think that's why I've been trying to do Facebook Live for like 5 and 10 minutes. So I don't lose people's attention span. Nobody's going to sit through a 2-hour video. So 1 hour is long enough. This is the one for the month.
If that feels good, I'll sit through 2
I'm
hours.
looking forward to when you have like a charts for dummies video, because this is all like, I have no understanding of the chart.
How much time have you spent on digital currency guy.tv? I want everybody to, because I can track everybody that goes in. So digital currency guy.tv, I already have a bunch of recordings on even the chart, the alligator. I have different strategies. Like, if you watch these and you just, you watch these videos and then you have questions, I'll be happy to get back on the call and explain things. So like if you go down to quick and effective tutorials, I have a whole section just for alligator strategy. The online courses, when you go in and you click in, they'll actually tell you like the different courses that's inside of it. So
okay, well I haven't taken a look at those, but are those like for someone who's just completely brand new, where you have no knowledge of the charts at all?
Yeah, so even here I have a basic Bitcoin Basics 101, and yeah, for all these are basically tutorials, and they just basically tutorials. Simple. How do you buy and sell? I mean, you kind of go through them, and you can fast forward them. But I mean, it's so much material, and then in this way, if you just have a list of questions, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to clarify things that you have, clarify things that you don't understand. But like, the videos that we have here is you can do it anytime and just write down questions, and anytime you send me a message, I'll answer those questions. This is even just on the mentality of, setting realistic goals. I mean, so there's a lot of good information that we have. It's just that I'm not gonna be able to explain, I want to be able to like explain things on these calls that people have questions on. There's some of the simple stuff, just like the charts. Once you learn the basic of the candlesticks, so in the group I had the candlestick chart. Like I wanted everyone here should know at least this one, the candlestick book, because this will help you read the charts. Like just knowing the candlesticks will help you read the charts. This is what any trader that's going to trade, forex, futures, stocks, they gotta know the basics of just candlesticks. So this way, when you go to a chart like this, you can look at these candlesticks and you know what the other traders are thinking. These traders are thinking that, hey, this is going to get ready to take off because it's not going down. We got 3 green candles. That's a bullish sign, and right away, other traders are going to jump in. So we've already seen this go from 925 to 931, right? And so this is how I'm able to make money, because I just right away you see this pattern, and it's just it's some of the basic books. So another good thing about this our group is, like, I'm telling you guys what to look at. Like, that's the most important thing. This market is so big, like, it's like studying for a law test, but like, what's the test going to be on? So I'm giving you guys the right information to look at. And then the questions you have is going to be clarification, and that gives you confidence. So once you have clarification, that gives you the confidence to pull the trigger. And we know where our stop is at. So just by saying here, I'm stopping at this 20-day M&A, and start going opposite, this is where I'm going to get out. And just seeing what happened here, it jumped to 931, and then it came back down. That means that people are taking profits right here. And at some point, it's either going to break through or break down. This right here, this limit, this is people taking profits. That's what that candlestick means on a 1-hour chart. These long candle wicks is people taking profits. And at the end of the day, this is still showing strength, that it's still over the 7-day M&A. So, this is what I can see just by knowing the candlesticks. So, I am in Digital Currency Guide TV. There's a whole course on just candlesticks. So when you go into these groups, ICO. If you just look at some of the stuff here, and then when you go into one, it has a bunch of different courses. This is researching ICOs and ICO strategies. And these are all things I've watched, and I think they're good, so I've added them to the group, or I've added it to this videos. So some of it's gonna have to, some of it you have to do some kind of like if look it up, because then this way you get the right questions. So I have even my trading view setting up the charts. So the information probably is not as here's a swing trading strategy. I was just saying that, hey, we're gonna buy more to get average out on a certain day. So these are just good things to watch. Here you have a whole thing on charts and reading the channels. So this is exactly what you're asking for. These 3 things: trading view, reading the candle charts. And then if you have questions, I'll clarify it and I'll make it simple.
Thank you.
All right, got you, Tabitha. All right, so let's see what else. So Digital Currency Guide TV, that is this. You don't have to pay additional for that. The code for all of us is Digital Currency Guy. Digital currency. So if you guys come here to the welcome email, I'm just gonna go through this one more time. I just did a search on welcome, new members. Let's see, is this one? It's pinned for you guys. I think it's pinned. So this Loom is the video I did, but let's see. I don't know why the pinned post don't show up on my doesn't show up. So when you guys look at the pinned post, there's a post that's pinned to the front. The hell? uh, dude, that's gonna come up on each one. Hey, when you guys go to the group, is there a pinned post?
I'm trying to take a look now and see if I can find it.
Yeah, it's a pinned post. I don't know why it doesn't show it for me, but it is a
I
pinned
don't think
post.
I'm seeing it.
Okay. Top post. Yeah, so let me just answer. Yes, use checkout code. I think it's here though. I just don't know how to get to it. Files, group inside. Yeah, so in one of these posts, I mean, I tag everyone that comes in new to the like welcome email, and basically it basically gives you all the posts. So I think this one's not it. Yeah, so this Dropbox, the Trading View. And these links are just basically links that you should have just save, or if you basically hopped into a different exchange, you can use those. The crypto alerts, is here. So in the alert group, the chat. So I'll create another, and I do have them in the files. So let's see. Quick start guide. I'll add another file here, and I'll put it in the files. But we have the quick start guide, and then basically buy sell season. What did I put in here? Right. So the buy period, like I've already kind of even put that there. So July 31st and August 1st, we know it's going to be down. And so that's why it's a buy signal. These days are down days historically, up days historically. So, I mean, even those 4 periods is, you can put a majority in there. But I'll add another document that just has like the digital currency guide.tv is included with this description. You just have to use a checkout code, which is digital currency, and it zeroes out the price. So everyone here,
Is that all lowercase?
not it was. I don't think it matters, but it's digital currency. And then you just hit. So when you go through, oops, oops. So you go through here, and then you'll have a coupon, and then just once you apply that,
Okay, all one word.
it should say free. But you still have to put your information in. And I'm not gonna do it. The last time I did it, and I put my information in, and it didn't zero it out. So yeah, that's it. I mean, so everybody has it. Yeah, all right. Hey, so I'm gonna end this call because it's nobody's gonna watch an hour and a half of the video, but we'll do another call soon, and then I'll be doing Facebook Lives. And so if you have a list of questions, you just hit me up and we'll go over them. Everybody good?
Yeah, thanks.
All right, man. All right, good.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And I'll put the recording in the I'm gonna stop the recording